We've seen the profiles, the rules and what's coming in the box. As we await the official launch of Winds from the North and Warcrow in the July pre-order, what else can you actually do to get ready? Well, some new terrain wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Welcome back to our Warcrow series here on the Dice Gods. My name is Hydra and thanks so much for joining us. If you're liking the series, consider joining up as a channel member or our Patreon for more videos and early releases. Links down in the description. As ever, our Warcrow series is sponsored by CCG Winkle, so thanks to them. You can still get your pre-order in with CCG for the Winds from the North Battle Box at below RRP. Get yours on order today and the CCG team will have them out to you ASAP. You can find the links for that down in the description below. So, by now many of you have picked your first faction, or if you're like me, you've picked your first, second, and probably your third. This is, I can assure you, perfectly normal and rational behaviour. But with all these important decisions made, what else can you do to pass the time until July? Well, if you've got minis, you're going to need a board. So today we're talking terrain. Whilst the Winds of the North Battle Box comes with a mat and terrain, what if you're opting for a different route into the game that doesn't include the Battle Box? Or want to play a different part of Lindworm? Or want to upgrade from card to other materials for your terrain? Or just want a bigger board? Or more options? Well, we've got some great companies for you to take a look at, giving you time to pick up more terrain and build it before your new minis arrive. Plus, everything's linked in the video description below. Isn't that handy? So let's go from the ground up. A good gaming mat sets the scene for your game, but also protects paint when minis take a tumble and quietens dice, if you're rolling them on the table that is. 3 foot by 3 foot isn't the size that many people have though, so where can you get them? Thankfully there's quite a few out there and we're going to take a look at some of the less advertised ones today. I already run a 3 foot by 3 foot table from Urban Mats for Malifaux, so that seems to be a great place to start. Their range is currently rubber-based neoprene, comes in a wealth of different designs, and they come with storage bags as standard. For less than €40 per mat, and coming from within the EU, these are surprisingly affordable. These mats are really very nice quality and durable, plus the included bag is a welcome addition. In my experience, these mats are pretty hard wearing, and having played many games on mine, it's not showing any wear or tear at all yet. It still looks as new as they arrived. The delivery is quick and the quality is fantastic, so they definitely want to check out. Next up, we're going to take a look at UK-based battle systems. These mats are printed fabric on a neoprene backing, giving some nice clear prints which are very durable. Again, these come in a range of designs, with the flagstone floor mat being really interesting, especially if you decide to take your games into a town or city. Price-wise, these are around €35, but bear in mind that if you're not in the UK, you're going to have some noticeable postage and potential import duty costs, though it may still be worth a look with something we're going to be discussing in a minute. Next we have the Italian team, P-Work Wargames. These guys seem to be everywhere at the minute, and in a good way. Their range of 3 foot by 3 foot neoprene mats have some lovely designs, and though I've not seen them myself, there's a lot of solid feedback on the clarity of the print and quality of the product. You can choose to have your mat in PVC vinyl for around €33 or neoprene for $45. The option to have vinyl is nice, it makes the mats cheaper and lighter, but being effectively thick plastic, they don't deaden noise as well, and they often aren't quite as durable as the neoprene options, so be aware of that. Last but not least, we're off over the pond to Frontline Gaming. Big name in the US scene, these chaps have a surprising range of 3x3 neoprene mats for around $47 or €44, and they come with a zip bag as well. As one of the bigger names in the competitive scene, the feedback I've seen on their products has been positive, including the reviews available online. Now, you've got a pretty mat, you need some stuff to stick on it. Let's take a look at the core terrain. First, we're back to our friends at Battle Systems Terrain. These guys make a range of card terrain which is just stunning. I use it on a Malifaux table and it's lovely stuff with a range of designs and really well priced as well. The card it's made from is thick and durable, and the details are clean and crisp. The bigger sets come with a range of accessories, which include scatter terrain and fences as standard. The buildings have playable interiors, maybe not a huge consideration for Warcrow, but if you want to use it for other systems like D&D, this is perfect. Also, the Northern Settlement set is just perfect to expand on the current battle box for Warcrow. Might need to get a review in on that one, I think. Prices for the battle systems terrain start from €12 for a single building to €105. There's a lot of options in this range. The challenge is probably not to buy too much. But there are two downsides that you need to be aware of. First, as mentioned with the mats, shipping and import duty from the UK could be an issue, so bear that one in mind. The second is that the building instructions for these are done in video form here on YouTube, which is okay in theory. But in practice, I had to watch the same bit of various videos over and over to figure out how stuff went together, which just wasn't that nice. Plus some bits like the scatter was done in other videos. So they've done it once in one video and then just referenced that video in the other videos where that occurs. This is a little frustrating, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a faff. That said, when together, the terrain is lovely and I can't recommend them more highly. Just bear in mind that slight drawback when you're putting them together. You're going to need to sit down, you're going to need a phone or a tablet, ideally something with a bigger screen as well, so you can see what you're actually supposed to be doing on those videos. Next, we're back to Italy with the delightful P-Work Wargames and their fantasy scenery range. This is unpainted MDF, and the range includes everything from an inn to ruins, trees and walls. Though not the hugest range in the world, it looks really nice, detailed and full of character. Prices here range from €14 to €70, so this one isn't going to break the bank and you'll get a lot for your money. Again, I think this one needs to go on the review list. Especially as, with MDF being a little bit more of a durable material, it will potentially outlast and take a few more knocks than cardboard terrain. So if you are travelling with this, or if you plan to do tournaments, assuming that Warcrow lets us do tournaments, this type of MDF terrain may be fantastic. Or, if MDF doesn't ring your bell, Dungeons and Lasers from Archon Studios. This is a plastic, unpainted modular set which is originally designed for D&D. These sets are designed to be taken apart and put back together in different ways, giving you many ways for your terrain to be varied with every game. The range includes everything from mighty towers to woods, rivers and dwarven mines. Prices stretch from €14 to €160. Though there is a focus on interiors here, there are still plenty of buildings to make some lovely tables with. If there's one concern with this set, it's that the doors and windows may be a bit off scale for Warcrow, with Warcrow being 34mm. I've seen some reviews that said the doors are small for 28mm, so be aware of that one. But a fully collapsible terrain set is a rare thing, and the flexibility to have different loadouts is awesome. If you have limited space, this could really be a great option for you. But there are, of course, many terrain ranges available out there. In fact, many people print their own. We've heard great things about the STL ranges from companies like Dark Realms and 3D Hexes. Both of these are on my mini factory and are well worth a look. Again, links below. So what else could you possibly want? Trees. Many trees. Adding in hedges and trees and forested areas is going to be important for the Siennan. What better place to fight those traitor elves than back in the cursed forest that they ran to, right? You're hearing me, Scions, aren't you? We know it's vengeance time. Whilst there are many places to get trees these days, some of the dropship sites have them for next to nothing. But when you pay nothing, the quality may be a little bit poor. Let's be diplomatic. For my tables, I've always used Deep Cut Studio and found the quality and durability of their trees, if properly stored, to be awesome. They also include small neoprene mats with their trees, so you can make an area of woodland in effect. One note though, some of the trees need a metal washer glued to the bottom to make them stand up and keep them upright. And that's our starter for terrain. Do you have any other manufacturers or studios you'd recommend? Drop their links in the comments below and let us know what theme you plan for your first Warcrow board. Thanks as ever to CCG Winkle for supporting this series. Thanks also to our awesome channel members and patrons. Big up Joe Rogers for being our longest and highest level supporter so far. And finally, thank you for watching. A like and subscribe really helps us, so please do that, and then consider joining the channel as a member or patron to help us even more. We really appreciate it, and we will see you again soon.